All right, another podcast with the lovely Justine. My name is Christoph, and we have a question today from
Mm,
Carla.
yeah,
And the question is, how can we deal with chronic pain? No, you'd
yeah,
like to jump in?
yeah. So chronic pain. So when I work with clients, I always look at three things. So what is um, trauma? So meaning um, what are things that are brought through into our life through past experiences, that influence our nervous system. The next thing I look at what is environment. So what is going on in their life right here and right now to do with like relationships, work, in general. And the other thing is physiology, brain stuff, what's actually going on in the physical body. So when I'm working with a client, I kind of listen to what they're saying to me to kind of get a feel for what could be affecting their nervous system. So for me, when your nervous system is wired or um, working really hard, or your body doesn't feel safe, it either presents generally in weight gain, or it will present in a pain picture, or it will present in a mental illness picture, meaning anxiety, depression, OCD, addiction. And we all kind of tend to sit in one of those three. So, yeah, the weight gain type of personality, when their nervous system is wired, will put weight on without changing things like, they won't change their diet or stuff will go on, but suddenly their body will put on weight, which is the body presenting that something's not right. And people with mental illness, their nervous system will get wired and they'll end up coming in presenting in that kind of mental illness type of picture. And then we've got people that come in that present in, like I said, pain, and that could be fibro, chronic back pain, migraines, etc. So for me, I look at the client and I kind of have a when they start talking about their world, what's going on, what their belief systems are, I really listen out for what is influencing their nervous system. So, outside stimulus, meaning, if you're in a relationship where you don't feel safe, of course, your body will, play up, your nervous system won't feel safe in the world. If you have trauma or past experiences or memories playing up, sensations coming up in your body, whether that be, some people believe even that might be a past life causing it. When you have trauma and past experiences, every time you think about those reasons why you think your pain is in your body, your internal world is picturing what the stories that you're telling yourself. So, like if someone says to me that my pain is caused from, developmental trauma or childhood stuff, it's quite possible that the way your body moves in the world and how safe you feel in the world can be influenced by childhood trauma. But at the same time, when you tell yourself why you are broken or why you are experiencing what you're experiencing, your internal world is picturing the stories you're telling yourself, and your internal world believes you're there, which then affects your nervous system. And of course, when your nervous system is in the mode of either overwhelm, stressed out, or what I call over parasympathetic, which is completely shut down, where your heart rate slows down, and that stuck one where you lose motivation. That's what's causing your body to play up. The nervous system, when it is wired or when you're really stressed out, pain, of course, is going to be way bigger. It's going to stop you in your tracks and make you go to bed and make you not feel good. So what I feel is our job is to do everything we can to regulate the nervous system based on what the belief is that the client brings in. If someone comes in saying, I really believe that the reason why I'm in pain is because of a past life, for me, the actual pain in the physical body today is not caused by that. It's caused by a response in the physical body here and now. But the run through of either thinking about the past life that's affecting me, or the idea of having it and thinking about it is really going to affect the nervous system. And of course, there might be spiritual things going on, we don't know, but we have to address what the client's belief system is. So for me, it's if we can make our body feel safe in the world, like internally and externally, then everything will get better. Everything will get better, meaning our pain will get better, weight will get better, mental illness will get better. And our body and our mind actually wants that. It wants to be healthy, and we've got a system set up in our body to make us healthy. The only thing that stops that is when we don't feel safe in the world, and it presents and our body talks to us. Yeah, like I said, whether it be those three things. And people really need to understand how powerful our imagination is, because we can be 100% happy in our life. So you could be living in the house of your dreams, with the partner of your dreams, have a good job, have no financial problems. And you could be sitting there saying, well, what have I got to worry about? But your internal world is thinking, oh my God, what if my kid has a problem at school and is bullied today? When you're thinking and worrying about that, your internal world is picturing that, and then, firing your nervous system, which is releasing cortisol and all these stress hormones. And especially if we keep on searching all the time and reading books and stuff about why are we messed up, like, what's happened to me in my past to make me this way, the more you search, you're going to find what you want, and then your brain's going to play that story out. It's what we do every day. I think nearly 80%, I reckon, of the human condition, like especially the negative stuff that we experience, is in our mind. Our brain has the ability to, imagine you've got a sore knee and you'll feel it. Or there's amazing stories about doctors giving a prognosis to clients and patients dying, and then finding out they never actually had the disease they died from, but their body just played out through suggestion and imagination what was going on. So for me, the biggest thing you can do is get yourself feeling safe in the world. And that means, working with someone, shifting whatever beliefs, shifting whatever stuff you've got going. Have a look at your external world. If in your external world, you've got like a gluten intolerance or something, and you're still eating it, which is influencing your nervous system, believing, what do you need to do to sort that out? So for me, it's looking at the person in a whole level and kind of working out what is going on in their body to give a pain response. Most of the time when I work with clients for pain, it actually goes back to memories that we have, memories that are real, everyday stuff. We might have a memory fire up, and, we might see a car and then think about grandma's car that's the same. And then we have memories that, due to trauma, when the input of information comes into our mind, due to overwhelm, those memories can get stuck in different parts of our brain, the feeling part of our brain, the pain center. And so sometimes when we have these kind of memories being triggered, instead of us getting a picture in our mind of what we're thinking about, one of these memories might get triggered, which actually fires off a response in the pain center of the brain, which sends a message to your body as a feeling or sensation, like a headache or back pain, or chronic pain in the nervous system, when in actual fact it's just also memories playing up. And so sometimes when you have a session with people working on just past stuff and what's coming up in their life now, it can actually shift massively chronic pain, because it isn't actually pain as such, it's trauma presenting in the body. So there's quite a bit to it, and I don't think there's one answer. I think everybody's unique, but the biggest thing is nearly everything that we do in therapy brings us right back to giving the body a sense of safety and feeling safe in the world, which then allows the body to heal. So for people, it's like seeking out a modality that and a person that they feel safe with, to help them kind of just peel off the layers of what's going on and why they feel the way they feel. That's
Wonderful.
chronic pain. Yeah, that's not like breaking your leg or something. That's chronic pain. The pain that's people don't understand, that just keeps going. Yeah.
And is there any, from the perspective of plant-based medicine, any experience you have with chronic pain?
Not so much plant-based medicine. Like I said, when I work with chronic pain, which I've worked with many, many, many times, I usually just do a session on people focusing on what is going on in their life right now, with the intent of shifting. Maybe there are those memories getting stuck. Maybe there is thoughts, ideas, beliefs, or something in the environment that's causing the person's nervous system to play up, giving those pain responses. So that's kind of how I work with pain. It's just really getting down and having a good old chat in a session and shifting things too. And then from there, just seeing how it goes. Because like I said, we are human beings having a human experience, and sometimes things are mind-based. A lot of the time, like I said, I reckon 80% of our problems are mind-based, but sometimes there are actual things going on in our body as well. So it's kind of working out, kind of moving through for each person and finding out what is it, what is it that's responding, what is it that's playing up. But I think I've had many, many, many experiences of people living with chronic back pain, migraine, fibro, where it's just switched off instantly in a session, because it has been related to trauma or past experiences influencing the body's response of pain. And then there's been other times where we've kind of chipped off the layer and been able to turn the pain response down and get them feeling safe, but their body really talks to them through pain. Meaning, if they don't learn to regulate themselves, if they don't take it easy when their body says I'm tired, then that kind of way of the body talking to you plays up. And that's like the same with weight. If people present more the weight kind of picture when they get overwhelmed, we can get them losing weight and feeling good, but if they don't manage their emotional state, and work with themselves when times get overwhelming, then their body presents and talks to them in that same way of bringing the weight back. So yeah, that's kind of how I see it. It is very different and unique to everybody that comes in. But at the end of the day, the work we do really does just let the body know that we're safe and we're in our body today. We're not back there being abused, or we're not, doing the stuff that we're playing out in our head. A lot of people, nearly everybody spends time thinking about what could go wrong in the future, or thinking about what's happened to them, or why am I broken? And yeah, when you really realize that when you're doing that, your brain is picturing it and telling your body you're not safe. One of the biggest things you can do is learn to manage where your mind drifts. And sometimes it can be really hard to do that, but you've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to keep yourself in your body and here today. And if you are going to drift off into ideas and stuff, make them positive ones, make them ones that release oxytocin and good chemicals in the brain, not scary ones. Yeah. What about you, Mr. Christoph?
Well, I like the idea of make sure your client feels safe. Because subconsciously there will be a root cause why this is not the case, and eventually causing problems with the hormones and causing damage on the nervous system. So I like that idea. In my office, most of the time I use hypnosis with idiomotoric responses, which means a yes and a no feedback loop. And I just ask I make contact with a wise part of my client. I call it the superconscious mind or quantum mind or inner wisdom, whatever label my client would like to use. And the physical body is just a responder. The idiomotoric responses, the yes and the no signal, come from a perspective of wisdom. So if you can start communicating with that wisdom, it would tell you, yeah, there is no insecurity, or yeah, there is a root cause. Most of the time, in my humble opinion, a root cause might be violence. I mean, if you have a car accident and your spine was crushed, there's a possibility that the chronic pain comes from the car accident, or it's poison. If you eat every day rat poison, I'm pretty sure your nervous system will go crazy. And third one is emotional trauma. So in any case, by asking a closed question, which the wisdom can answer with yes or no, you can figure out what the original root cause is, and then you can move on. Like you said, it's all about shifting the emotions, all about shifting energy and feelings which are still stuck in the physical body and in the nervous system. By sure, we are not doctors, but we've seen many proof that people release trauma, then
and speaking of that,
yeah,
I was just going to say, when you said we're not doctors, people generally come to us, Christoph, when they've exhausted traditional ways. So they've come to us once they've been to the doctor, once they've been to the chiropractor, once they've been to a nutritional person. They tend to come to us when the doctor turns around and says, this is in your mind, not in a rude way. This is literally, there's a mix up in the messages, pain messages from your mind to your body. So you need to go to a mind expert, which is kind of where we sit. So we generally, people come to us at the end, not so much at the beginning of these kind of things. Yeah.
But that's the world we live in. And the only thing we can do is make sure we find the root causes, and our client can release it. I mean, we as a therapist can't do it, but our client has all the possibilities, the key insight in order to let go of the old trauma. Nice. Interesting question. We can talk a complete week on trauma and on chronic pain, but I think we pretty much covered it all now. So thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
So if you have another question, contact us and we'll do our best to give our vision on the topic.
Yeah.
And then we're always sure we can give you interesting video or audio
insights. Yeah, cool. All right. See you later.
Bye.